Longtime sports journalist and best-selling author refuses to travel to Texas for Final Four over gun laws. Let's dive into the details, shall we? The NCAA's men's Final Four tips off at NRG Stadium in Houston on Saturday. And while this year's game offered the media plenty of storylines, one journalist is skipping the trek to Texas in protest of the state's gun laws. I would not, however, be in Houston, Washington Post columnist John Feinstein wrote Thursday, noting he has attended 39 Final Fours. San Diego State head coach Brian James Dutcher is in the sixth season with his program, but it has taken him 28 years to make it to the Final Four. Mid-major Florida Atlantic is the true Cinderella story that so many root for every year, and the Miami Hurricanes have made an impressive run in this year's tournament. But all of those intriguing stories were not enough to make Feinstein forget about the laws he opposes. I'm not going for one simple reason. On June 2nd, 9 days after 19 schoolchildren and 2 teachers were shot and killed at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas, I wrote a column urging the NCAA to move this year's Final Fours out of Texas. The women's event is in Dallas. Until and unless that state passed something resembling meaningful gun legislation, Feinstein added. But we just got constitutional carry. That was before Uvalde, but the gunman in the Uvalde shooting legally purchased an AR-15 style rifle shortly after he turned 18. Earlier this week, 3 children and 3 adults died following the school shooting in Nashville. The shooter had 3 weapons, including an AR-15 style rifle. According to the police, the shooter legally purchased several guns at 5 local gun stores. My guess is there will be a moment of silence before Saturday's Final Four game, Feinstein noted, and then it will be play ball, and nothing will change, just like after Uvalde, just like after all the other tragedies involving gun violence. Feinstein mentioned that an NCAA official said that only the organization's board of governors had the power to move the Final Four to a different location. 2 professional sports leagues have made decisions to pull some of their marquee midseason events in recent years. The NBA opted to relocate its All-Star game from Charlotte, North Carolina to New Orleans due to controversial so-called bathroom bill. Major League Baseball also decided to pull its All-Star game from Atlanta after the state's passage of a voting bill that opponents argue negatively impacted fair access to voting. That's nonsense, but whatever. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred also decided to skip the 2021 Masters tournament following the decision to relocate Midsummer Classic to Colorado. The NCAA Board of Governors has indeed addressed important issues in the past, but any action to block states from hosting championships based on states' gun laws require the most careful engagement with the membership, the NCAA said in a statement sent to Feinstein. Next year's NCAA's men's Final Four is scheduled for State Farm Stadium in Arizona. In 2025, the Final Four will return to Texas, with San Antonio's Alamo Dome playing host in early April. Meanwhile, tragedies such as Uvalde occur and everyone agrees how tragic it is. Then nothing changes. About the only person who will be in Houston who will notice my absence or care about it is my friend Dick Hoops Weiss. That's fine. I believe this is the right thing to do, Feinstein said. Yeah, stay away if you don't like it. So people like this are always interesting. They're like, nothing changes. Their side wants to ban all guns. The other side wants to ban all gun-free zones. So, like, how do you meet in the middle and change something? Ban all gun-free zones. But if they did that in Texas, he's going to even be more mad about it. So it's like, people just don't get this. I think this solution is to ban all gun-free zones. All the shootings always take place in gun-free zones. But they want to ban guns. But then only criminals will have guns. The shootings won't stop. I don't understand how they don't get this. But they're virtually signaling, or they're stupid, or whatever. Misinformed. I don't want to call them stupid, but at the same time, it's just like, I just hear this stuff over and over again. And it's like, if you ban all guns, the criminals, murder's already illegal, so only criminals will have them. It's like, Yeah, I've been talking about this a lot recently because of the Nashville shooting, but it's so boring. Yeah, I agree something needs to change. I think everyone thinks something needs to change. It's just how do you go? One person wants to go the whole opposite direction, and the other side wants to go the complete opposite. You can't meet in the middle. It's met in the middle right now. Like there's these gun-free zones, but then you get constitutional carry. It's not working out. And we all know if their side gets their way and they go and ban all guns, it's not going to work out well. Look at Chicago. The gun violence there is insane. It's the worst in the country. I just don't get it. It's like create more gun laws and then it'll be better, but it never works out that way. We need to get rid of gun-free zones because people will go to a school because they know there's not going to be any guns. If they thought teachers were carrying and stuff like that, they wouldn't be shooting up schools. And if they tried, they would get stopped really, really fast. But they don't want to hear that. They want to be like, no, 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 no guns, no guns, no guns. So let's virtue signal and say you're not going to Texas. Don't come to Texas. If you don't like it, I mean, that's your right. Don't come. But to expect us to change our gun laws, for sports and stuff, and then to expect that. Like, okay, sporting leagues should just not go to certain states because of their laws. And all that stupid the Georgia gun law in the bathroom. It's why is everything now political? Everything nowadays has to be political for whatever reason. Can't even just go and watch sports and enjoy yourself and get right out of the politics. No, they always have to interject it. Seems like in the last year or two, they've kind of stopped in most sports. But then look at this, guys. It's like, hey, no. Politics. It's like, can't you just give it a rest? No one was even into politics before Trump got elected. Now everything has to be politics. It's like, oh, you're so boring. You didn't care 10 years ago. And now got a virtue signal. I don't know if it's because of social media. I'm guessing that's what it's from, but I don't know what happened. It's just so boring now. It's just like, just let us play our sports. It doesn't really matter. I mean, people aren't going to boycott New York. People aren't going to boycott Chicago for Final Four, and we shouldn't. But the gun violence there is horrific. So why aren't you talking about that? Boycott Chicago. I don't know if anything's going there, but he won't do that. No, of course not. He's going to complain and be like, no, we need stricter gun laws. So if you have constitutional carry, I'm not going to go there. Again, don't come. That makes sense. But don't actually expect sporting companies to move, and don't you really shouldn't. But that's just my opinion on the story. What's your opinion? Please let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily news updates. Hit that notification bell and share this video to spread the news. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.